Hi everyone, welcome to Draw What I Want, a channel where I learn how to draw and I share my experience with you all. So thank you so much for being a part of this journey. In today's video, I'm going to be challenging myself to draw a teacup, and this is the first picture that I'm going to be using as reference, and then the final picture will be the colored version. So I think what I'm going to do is I will probably split this challenge in two parts. So the first part will be me basically drawing the object itself. And then the second part, I will spend the time coloring it in to see how much shading I can get in the various colors and everything. So I do really enjoy these sessions. It's a great way, as I say, to challenge myself to see how well I'm progressing in my learning journey. If you'd like, please feel free to follow along as well if you're learning to draw. But yeah, so let's get going. So as always, I've got my sketchbook, I've got my pencils here, sharpener, eraser, and then I've got my colored pencils here, which I'll probably be using for the second part. Okay, so let me just move a few bits around here, just get everything comfortable. And then I'll be having this just in front of me. I did actually do a practice session that I didn't record a few days ago, just relaxing, sitting on the sofa, just kind of drawing it, just to see how well I do it or how challenging I will find it, because that's what I've been noticing with the drawing sessions, whichever drawing session I do, whether I'm learning to draw something, practice or challenge myself. I do find that it's always a good idea to do a bit of a practice session beforehand. All right then, lovely. So, and then just to kind of let you know then, so when I did kind of practice it a few days ago, what I find is basically drawing curves. It might seem pretty straightforward and really easy, but for me personally, I find it quite challenging at the moment. You know, making sure that everything is even, everything is kind of like balanced correctly and stuff. So yeah, that's my challenge. But if you are learning to draw as well, please feel free to share in a comments section. What part do you find the most challenging in your drawing journey at the moment? Yeah, I'd love to know. You know, as I said, like I'm posting these videos and everything just to kind of share my experience. But if it would be great to kind of build a community, you know, share tips, advice from other beginner artists as well who are starting to learn how to draw, just to see where everybody is in a drawing journey. And as I say, just to kind of connect and motivate each other, inspire each other, and grow, learn, and develop together. And I think it would be amazing, you know, it would be amazing to look back, reflect at the beginning of the journey to see where we started off, and then, you know, months, years later down the line, kind of see the final version and everything. I think it would be really awesome. All right, then, so let's begin. And just before I kind of start, I just want to kind of, I know I'm chattering away, but I just want to get it off my system. I have been looking forward to today's session. I've been feeling really excited. It's Friday here today. You know, I work full time. It's been a really, really busy week. I didn't really have any spare time to do the drawing after work and everything. So I've been really looking forward to it, to today, excited. I'm just really glad it's the weekend as well. And yeah, I think it's a really, you know, when you start a hobby and when you look forward to it and you enjoy doing it just because it makes you happy, it makes you feel good, not because for some, you know, because maybe you're doing it for somebody else or you're doing it for money. When you're doing it out of pure joy, I think it's a really, really strong sign that it really, really comes from your soul, and it just shows your authentic self. So I'm quite happy that I finally found a hobby that makes me feel this way. All right then, but yeah, again, please feel free to share in the comments. How does drawing make you feel? Why did you start learning to draw? Why did you even get on, why did you even begin? Yeah, I'd love to know the reasons why you're actually doing it as well. All right then, so that's enough of me talking. Let's start drawing. Okay, so I'll just show you this picture once again. Okay, so actually I chose this because it's a really, really good kind of development after I've been doing cylinders in my previous videos. Because again, look, we can put the knowledge that, well, I say the knowledge that I've gained learning how to draw cylinders into this challenge, because it's all about drawing a foreshortened circle and then like a bowl and everything. So yeah, it's a really, really good opportunity to apply the skills that I've learned into practice and have a bit of fun along the way. Okay, so I won't need the colored pencils for now. So I'll just start. So I'm just gonna measure a little bit, because if I'm thinking that the kind of steam, the hot steam from the tea is going to be here, so I'll probably do the teacup maybe like this. Okay, so that's probably a good starting point. So again, I just want to make sure that it's even, parallel. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. I think that's all right. I'm just gonna leave it as that. And then I'm just thinking, do I need to make, that's fine, I'll just leave it as that. And then, so we're gonna do the bowl itself. Gonna make it in the middle. So I'm just trying to make it quite like fast, because I think the slower I'm gonna do it, the more uneven it's going to be. I can always erase it. Okay. I'm not pressing on the pencil too hard. Okay, so that's that. Okay. That's fine. So maybe we'll just do some erasings there now. By the way, guys, if you ever want me to do like a live stream, do let me know, because if you want to kind of connect in real life, in real time, do let me know in the comments. I mean, I've never done it before. I don't know how much I'd be able to focus or whatever, but yeah, if it's useful, if it's helpful, if it's fun, let me know. I could always try and do it, see how it goes. I just don't know how many people are watching my videos at the moment. I'm literally just doing it for myself. Because because it kind of makes me feel accountable for how often I do the drawings. So for example, you know, if I've done the drawing and then I've recorded it, I've posted it, I know that it was done on a certain days, and then I try to do it every 3 days. So for example, if I see on YouTube that I haven't posted a video in 3 days, that makes me motivated to do the drawing and obviously to do the recording, because as I say, if I wasn't doing it like that, I think life would just take over, and I would just be one of those people that kind of puts in the desire to draw at the back of my mind all the time. So at the moment, I'm literally doing it for myself. And, you know, if my videos do help anybody out there in any way, then obviously it's a bonus, it's a plus. And if we can kind of grow a community as a result of it as well, again, it's a plus, it's always a bonus. But at the moment, I'm just doing it for myself, just to see how it's doing. Okay, so I think that's that. To be honest, actually, I'm looking at it. I think that one needs to be a little bit closer in. What do you think? Yeah, let's try. I think I do find this one a little bit challenging to draw like that. I'm not sure why. Is it because I'm a left-hander, or would you find it challenging like this even if you were a right-hander? Or is it just because my hand isn't used to drawing like this so much yet? If I was doing it every single day, then maybe it will be easier. What do you think? I think so, probably because I'm not doing it often enough. And then when I do it, there's quite a few days in between, like 3-4 days in between, that by the time I draw it again, my hand probably already forgot what I was doing previously. Okay, I think that's probably better. So yeah, it's even more foreshortened rather than up. It's more like squeezed in, because I think that creates the illusion of the 3D. And then what about the bottom part? Do you think it's a little bit, it needs to be a little bit like that as well? A little bit higher as well? I'm not sure yet. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I think that's fine. Yeah. I think that's fine. Okay. Yeah, who would have thought that drawing like a teacup or a bowl like that is challenging? fine. We'll leave it as that. Let's not make any more. And then, so there is that. So I just want to make sure where is the middle here. Because, so I think that one needs to be a little bit. Okay, so we've got that's the middle. So now we need to do those things there, like the stand. Or maybe shall I do this ones first? Okay, let me do the handle first. So, okay, so what I'll do is I'll just draw it like that first. It's kind of like it reminds me of the, you know, the Beauty and the Beast, like that teacup. And then, so actually it goes like that. And then we've got some just shadows there, shadows there, shadows a bit there. Okay, so that's that. And then if we'll just do like that. Lovely. Okay, so that's the basic thing there. I'm not gonna bother doing like the different lines and everything because I think I'm gonna wait until I color it in and then I will add it, because from my previous experience, when I draw like the black shadows and the lines and everything, it gets smudged. It gets smudged over when I start coloring it in. So I'll just leave that like that. Okay, so we've got that. And then, so this bit, I just wanna, or shall I do the, I'm just thinking, what shall I do first? Shall I do, okay, I'll do the leaves first. Let me do the leaves. Like that. Like that. So if we'll do the leaf, like that. And then this leaf, so we've got that one there. Like that. And then, so the other one is, let me just turn it around a little bit. Actually, wait. The other one is kind of, So it's kind of there. And then the leaf itself is like that, I'd say. Yeah, that's fine. That'll do it. Oh, maybe I don't want it to be just, oh yeah, that will do it. I want to make it as good as I can. This is another thing I'm learning as a beginner artist. Like, I want to, you know, put the effort. I don't want it to be just, yeah, that'll do. I don't want it to be like that. I want to really know that I've put in the effort. Take the time to do it rather than rushing. That's the whole enjoyment out of it. Okay. Nice. So I'll add the details afterwards. At least I've got the main bit there. And then here, so we've got, so I just wanna set up one there. So that's the stand of the cup. I'll do it properly in a minute, look, because it needs to be. I think that needs to be a little bit different. It's more like that. See, I'm struggling with this one. I just want to make sure, yeah, I think that's right. I just want to make sure that it's even, like the cup is standing even, because see, when I tried it the other day, a few days ago, it feels like it's not standing on it, like it's a little bit leaning. So I just want to make sure that I'm learning from my mistake there and that it's kind of standing even. It's, you know, balanced properly. It's not like gonna fall and everything. Okay, so that's that. I think we get to now, guys. If you are drawing it as well, please let me know in the comments how you get on. I would love to know. Thank you. Okay, doc. So I'm gonna leave the plate until in a bit because I feel like that's gonna be a challenge as well. So I just want to show you where we're at. Okay. So we've done the cup, we've done the handle, we've done the leaves. As I say, I'm going to add the details a little bit later. And then we've done this stand bit there. Yeah. So now I'm just going to do this bit here. And I will add the stars as well to make it more magical. So, I mean, that bit, And you know, and I was just thinking another good thing about recording the videos and posting, because I was thinking to myself, how long have I already been learning to draw since I've started my sketchbook? I think it's been just over a month. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter. Like, I'm enjoying the process, but yeah, just keeps track a little bit. So actually, I'm noticing that thing starts because, wait, so that's quite dark there, like a shadow. And actually this thing starts from here. Yeah, I think that's definitely better. Lovely. Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, when you're drawing, you don't want to rush. You really wanna pay attention to detail, because if you rush, it's just not gonna be the same, and you're gonna miss things. Like, for example, this is the bit that I was saying. Like, at the beginning, I kind of started it here, but then the more I was looking at it, it actually starts right from there. Okay. Lovely. Okay, so now let's do the top bit. So. Again, I think I'm gonna, let me just do the lines a little bit, just to give it some texture, I guess, whatever you call it, or the shape. So, because, actually, wait, let me just do this first. So it starts, so there are some, I'm getting confused. There is so much going on, I don't know where to start from. So just relax. Let's just start from the beginning. So let's create this bit. Okay. And then there's like the water. There's some lines there. Some lines there. And then we've just got this line. So I'm just gonna draw the steam thingy. So it starts just over there. Let's go. So it's like a wiggly thing. I don't really have much room there. Look, it's okay. We'll just leave it like that. I don't really have much space there, unfortunately. I'll leave that one. And then yeah, so we've got the line very, very closely. Kind of just going round. Just to give the edges of the cup. I might just raise this a little bit just to make it more even. Hi everyone, so just to continue with the video, so I was just drawing the lines here. Let me just do this. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, doc. And then I'll just do the stars. And then that will probably be, yeah. So I'll do the stars, just over this, and then the rose, and then the plate. We're almost there. Okay. So yeah, when I was practicing this drawing the other day, I was looking at the stars and I was thinking to myself, what's the easiest and the best way to draw them? Because before I would always be like draw them like that, but I found that the best way to draw them, how they are in a picture, is actually just by doing the top bit. I'm just gonna actually look, so the top bit and then the bottom bit like that, and then I feel that they kind of like turn up quite even. So let's try again. So like that, and then like that. Let's have a look. Like that. And again, they look quite elongated, so the way I feel like doing it to make it look like that is just gotta make this be a little bit longer from the top and then from the bottom. Magic. Actually, that's going to be the plate there, so I don't want to go too low. And then if we'll just add a couple of these ones here. And then just the last one on this side. Lovely. Okay, and then I mean there are a couple of lines inside of it as well, but again I'm not gonna bother with them now. I'm gonna wait until I color it in, and then I will do the darker pencil afterwards so that it doesn't get smudged over. Okay, so let's do the plate now. Let's have a look. So let's think where it starts. So on this side, it starts probably starts around here. Yeah, and then on this side, I mean, it starts above the leaves, but I think my leaves are a little bit bigger, so I just need to measure it to make sure that it's kind of the same. Look, if I'll just do that, so it would probably be around here, and then just to end it here, basically. Okay, so see, this is quite a challenging thing. So if I just go around like that, so I think that goes. So how does a plate look? Wait. Yeah, I don't have enough room for it. So maybe we'll just do a smaller plate. And then I think it needs to be squeezed in, remember, as the other ones. I'll try and make a small one. Let's make adjustments. So actually, that's that. So if I'm just thinking, if the plate was starting here, I'll erase it afterwards. Does it go like that then? Something like that. Let's have a look. Let's erase some of it then. So that's definitely not here. We're making a smaller plate. So we'll erase it up here. So I think the right side is fine. So we just need to do the left one the same. How to, let's say. Right, so it needs to. Because if I was gonna see if the leaves weren't there, where would the plate finish? Like that? I think it would be like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. Who would have thought that drawing a plate is so challenging? But I think that's the main idea. Look, yeah, I think it's as good as I can get it. Because if that was going like that. Yeah, I think that looks good. There's definitely this perception skill, the perspective, the perception that I haven't really studied yet. So I'm just relying on my own eyes and everything. But yeah, I think that's pretty good so far. What do you think? But we just need to add this bottom bit where it stands. So from here will be yes, see on this side it's still a little bit higher. But it's okay. As I say, I think that's probably as good as I can get it. This needs to be thinner. This is probably the most erasing I've done so far in any of the drawings, but I think it's because I'm taking it more seriously now. Whereas before it'd be like, oh yeah, that's enough, that'll do. Okay, I think that's good. I didn't bother with the rose yet. I'm gonna do it next time because the rose does take some time, some detail, but I feel like I've already put some effort and time into drawing the details of the cup and everything. So as I say, it's not as easy as it looks for me anyway. It's definitely a challenge. But I think it looks good. And then, yeah, as I say, for the second part, I'm just gonna focus on coloring it in, adding the different details, the different effects and everything, and yeah, it should look really, really good. So again, this is how it's going to, well, supposed to look when we color it in. Really nice, magical, lovely. So yeah, this is what we've done so far. Let me just put it in. There's always that reflection there, but yeah, and then we'll sign it as well. But yeah, so this is it. This is the part 1 of my challenge drawing a teacup. I think it's really nice, enjoyable, challenging, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it turns out right at the end. Sorry. So thank you so much for joining me for this part 1. Again, if you did follow along, let me know in the comments how did you find it, or if you want to try it on your own any other time. Again, just let me know how you're finding it. It would be great to share tips, advice, experiences, and everything. And so I will see you in the second part of this challenge. It will be a little bit more fun with the different colors and everything. Yes, thank you so much for joining, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.